Welcome to another unit in this methodology toolbox. This time I'm talking about how to model dependencies, or rather, if we model this, what is our main goal in this context. In this context, we need to keep in mind when we work with a dependence analysis within this framework, we always differentiate between dependent and independent variables, whereas the idea is that the independent ones impact the dependent one or dependent ones. With this in mind, our main goal when working in the context of a dependency analysis is that we want to explain the variance, the dispersion of the dependent variable. So we want to find a model well suited to explain as much of the variance of the dependent variable as possible. Here we have two approaches how to measure how good our model in general is. We can take a look on the individual variables, so which of the variables, the independent variables, does explain the largest share of the variance of the dependent one. So which of them is the most important one in a whole model. And we can say, well, how fitting is the total design, the full model we are using. So we always differentiate between the individual effects and the full total effects of the whole model. If we consider this in a context of a regression analysis, there on the one hand we're using t-test to ascertain whether individual variables have an impact. We can also determine which share of the overall variance explained can be attributed to any of the different variables. And we can use an f-test to test for overall quality of the full model. And that's already everything I wanted to mention in the context when working with a model which models dependency relations. So that's all. I hope you enjoyed this short session. I say goodbye and see you next time.